Of the Great War of the Ring, many songs have been sung and many tales told. The names of heroes like Gandalf the Grey, Aragorn the King, and Frodo the Ring-Bearer are greatly revered, and rightly so. Yet Sauron's grasp stretched much further than the lands of Gondor and Rohan alone, and his forces might have done great evil in the north of Middle-earth, had a handful of heroes not stood in his path. Their stories, too, deserve to be told. Pay heed now to one such tale, which begins here in the town of Bree, just a few short days before Frodo arrived on his quest.
Aragorn.
Eredon. Well met. And in company with Andriel of Rivendell and Farin of Erebor. An unlikely trio to find walking through the doors of the Prancing Pony. You were at Sarn Ford last I knew. Do you bear news from Halbarad?
Yes. Grim news.
I feared it would be so. Quickly, tell me what has happened, but keep your voices low. There are unfriendly ears, even here in Bree.
3 days passed. The guard at Sarn Ford was attacked by 9 Black Riders.
Stand fast, Rangers!
We were overwhelmed, and the enemy passed into the Shire.
This is worse than I imagined. I know these riders. It is from Mordor they come. Our folk could not hope to stand against the 9 together. How bad were our losses?
Very bad. We tried to resist them, but they were surrounded by an aura of unnatural dread.
There is more you should know. After the rout, one of the Black Riders met with an ally, a man of great malice and power.
As our master commanded, I have stirred up the orcs of the mountains. Even now I have a force gathering amid the ruins of Old Fornost.
Return at once and prepare your forces. We will have need of them soon.
My orcs will be ready. These lands have known peace for too long. They will soon feel the Dark Lord's wrath.
If this Agandaur has a force at Fornost, then our position grows all the more desperate.
But why all this force against the peaceful halflings? It can't be the enemy sees them as a threat.
I will say this much. There is a hobbit of the Shire who should be coming this way with a great burden. If it falls into the hands of the enemy, it will mean doom for us all. Now this hobbit is adrift on the road with enemies all around. I must find him before they do. And I need you to help me keep him safe.
You are my chieftain. I will gladly do whatever you command.
I'm a part of this now as well.
Then we 3 are of one mind. How can we aid you?
We must reduce the threat from the enemies gathered at Fornost. Travel there and do whatever you can to keep the enemy's eye turned towards you and away from the Shire.
Perhaps we will have help in this task. Eladan and Elrohir were in the north when last I heard. Any gathering of the enemy is certain to attract their attention.
Good. You could find no better allies than the sons of Elrond half-elven.
I hope we meet. But with or without help, the enemy will be kept busy. We'll make sure of that. I have a few questions, if I may, Aragorn.
Shh. Here in Bree, there is no Aragorn. Only Strider the Ranger.
What of this man, Agendour, who met with the Black Riders? What do you make of him?
Some servant of the Dark Lord, and by his name one to be feared. His presence in the north bodes ill for us all, but I'm glad you discovered it. At least now we are forewarned.
What can you tell me of Fornost?
Fornost was once a great city, the capital of the Dunedain kingdom of Arnor. It fell to the Witch King long ago. The men of Gondor and the elves formed an alliance that drove the Witch King out, but Fornost was never rebuilt. The ruins remain a place of dread for many. The men of Bree call it Dead Man's Dyke and fear to go near. It is a perfect place for our enemies to gather in secret.
Those things that attacked us at Son Ford, those Black Riders, I've never seen anything like them before. What are they?
Do you not know them? There are whispered tales and legends enough that tell of them. They are the Nine, the Ring Wraiths. Of all the servants of the enemy, they are the most feared.
This Agendour, he was no wraith. He seemed like a man, one filled with malice and dark power, but a man nonetheless. But what kind of man would serve the Dark Lord?
Not all the Dark Lord's servants are wraiths and orcs. There have been and still are many men, warriors and kings that walk alive under the sun, and yet are under his sway, willing or unwilling.
We'll travel to Fornost and do our best to upset Agendour's plans. Farewell.
What have we here? A stranger in town. A stranger's just what I'm looking for. Interested in a little harmless pastime? It's time to make some money from it.
What sort of pastime did you have in mind?
Why, nothing more than a simple game of riddles is all. I love a good game of riddles. But everyone in town has already heard all I know. I reckon I could stump you, though.
I am no stranger to the riddle game. But how is money involved?
It's simple. You stake some money and I ask you a riddle. If you give the right answer quick enough, I'll double your money. If you're wrong, the coins go to me. What do you say?
Very well. Let's hear your riddle.
First, you have to put up your money. How much do you care to wager? Remember, you stand to double it if your wits are quick enough. That's a good deal of money. But nobody gets the better of old Tedder Hedgerow when it comes to riddles. It's a wager. Now, remember, you'll have to answer quick. I won't give you forever with that kind of money at stake. Are you ready?
Yes. Let me hear your riddle.
What belongs to you that others use more than you do? Oh, right you are. You're a smart one. Give me a chance to win it back, eh? What do you say to double or nothing on another try?
Very well. Double or nothing. Ask away.
What is it that's so fragile, even saying its name can break it? Oh, correct. You've a cunning mind, no mistake. Go again, double or nothing?
Double or nothing it is.
I drive men mad for want of me. I'm easily beaten, but never free. What am I? That's the answer. I've been too easy on you, it seems. Go double or nothing and I'll stomp you this time for sure.
Double or nothing it is.
I'm found deep in the earth. When beaten and burned, I become a bloodthirsty killer. What am I? No, that's not the answer. Looks like I'm the richer. Nobody beats a Bree hobbit for spinning out a real tough riddle.
Fairly played. But how about giving me another chance?
All right, if you think your purse can stand it. How much do you want to wager this time? That's a good deal of money. But nobody gets the better of old Tedder Hedgerow when it comes to riddles. It's a wager. Now, remember, you'll have to answer quick. I won't give you forever with that kind of money at stake. Are you ready?
Yes. Let me hear your riddle.
The more you have of it, the less you see. What is it? That's not it! You'll have to brush up your toes if you want to keep up with old Tedder when it comes to riddling. The money's mine this time.
That's another for you. Let's try again.
Now, deal's a deal. I gave you 2 chances. Can't risk telling you all my best riddles, now can I? What would I ask next time you're in town?
Fairly played and fairly won. Now I must be on my way. Goodbye.
Hello, Master. A ranger by your looks, I'd say. Well, all are welcome here, long as they mean no harm. Some of the locals may not take to your kind, but don't let that bother you none. Folks around here are suspicious of those they don't know. What can I do for you, then?
What can you tell me of Bree?
Oh, Bree is an old place. Been here for ages and ages. This is the only place in the world you'll find hobbits and men living side by side. We used to see a lot of travellers coming through Bree. Not so much nowadays. But I still get customers enough to keep me busy.
Tell me about your inn.
The Prancing Pony's been in my family for generations. I can't rightly say how long. It goes that far back. I'm told there's been an inn on this spot nearly as long as there's been a town.
What news have you heard lately?
Lately, the talk's mostly about trouble away to the south. Seems like there may be war or some other calamity brewing down there. Folks have been coming up the Greenway, or the old road from the south, looking for a place to find some peace.
I may have need of a few things before I leave town. Where should I look?
Well, we have stores and shops here in town, but I suspect most of them wouldn't suit your needs. You might try Adelgar Oldbank's shop. He's got a collection of unusual items which might interest you. It's right across the street from here, on the corner. If it's repairs you need, try Elman Brushwood, our blacksmith. His smithy is just across the street, there on the corner.
What news have you heard lately?
Lately, the talk's mostly about trouble away to the south. Seems like there may be war or some other calamity brewing down there. Folks have been coming up the Greenway, or the old road from the south, looking for a place to find some peace.
Are they settling here in the Bree lands?
Well, no. It's not that we aren't sympathetic to their troubles. It's just that Bree belongs to Bree folk. We can't take in a lot of outsiders. And the truth is, I don't like the look of a lot of these newcomers. Some of them have mischief on their minds.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Got my head in the clouds, I guess.
Gloomy clouds, I'd say. Is something troubling you?
Oh, no, it's no trouble. Not really. It's more like, well, I'm in love.
I see. And who is it that you love?
It's Idona Bellflower, my childhood sweetheart. I always thought we were meant for each other, but her father doesn't like my prospects. He's arranging a match with the blacksmith, Elman Brushwood.
And she agrees with this match?
That's just it. I'm not sure. I always told her how much I loved her when we were children. It was all a game back then. Then we got older and it got so much harder to say.
You should tell her how you feel, before it's too late.
I want to tell her, I do. Look, this locket belonged to my mother. I want to give it to Idona as a token of my love. But the chain is broken, and Elman the blacksmith is the only one in town who can fix it. If I take it to him, he's sure to suspect something and turn me away.
Why not let me take it to him?
Yes, that might work. Elman would never suspect a stranger like you. There's one more thing. Idona's father. He keeps a careful eye on his daughter and won't give me a moment alone with her.
I will take her the locket and your words.
Wonderful! Just perfect. Take the locket to Elman at the smithy across the street. Once it's repaired, bring it to Idona and tell her I love her, and that I'll do everything in my power to make her happy every day we are together.
Very well. I'll tell her.
And just one more thing. After you talk to her, could you come back and tell me what she said? One way or another, I have to know.
This is becoming more than a simple errand. I have other matters that need my attention.
But you are my last hope, please. I promise it won't take long. Just take the locket to Elman for repairs, present it to Idona with my love, and return to me with her answer. That's all I ask.
Very well. Give me the locket. I will return soon. Bree is a pleasant enough place, but the people here mistrust my kind.
Welcome to Bree. You're a stranger around here. May I ask you a few questions?
Perhaps. But first, tell me who you are.
My name's Otto Astor, and Bree is my home. I'm worried about the future of the town. That's what I wish to speak to you about.
Go ahead, then. I'm listening.
We hear a lot of talk from travelers these days. Most of them speak of war and of a growing shadow in the east. The townsfolk just dismiss this, say it's far away and doesn't concern us. But I'm not so sure. You've traveled, maybe seen a few things. What's your opinion? Should we be worried?
There is much to worry about, and the danger is not far off.
I was afraid of that. If only I could convince others. But until then, I will have to take action on my own.
What do you intend to do?
I'd like to arrange for arming the town. We'll need more than pitchforks if we're forced to defend ourselves. I tried to convince a dwarven merchant to bring us weapons, but he refused.
Perhaps I should talk to him.
It's worth a try. His name is Groff. He's selling his wares from a market stall down the street. You might still find him there.
I will let you know what he has to say.
Welcome. It's always good to see a ranger in my shop. Looking to buy or sell? I have some things that might interest you.
We are not in the Shire, yet you are a hobbit.
Why, of course I am. Bree is the oldest settlement of hobbits in the world, you know. And this is the only place you find hobbits and big folk living together. An arrangement that suits us both just fine.
This is an unusual shop for Bree.
That's what my neighbors are always telling me. I'm sure half the town thinks I'm completely cracked. But I've always loved old tales of adventure and daring deeds. So it's only natural I would open a shop selling weapons and armor and whatnot.
And this is profitable?
Oh, heavens no. But you see, my old dad was quite well off, and he left me a tidy sum. This is really more of a hobby than a business. But it could prove useful to someone like you. Take a look around.
Have you heard any news lately?
Plenty. But none of it good. Seems there's trouble away south. People are on the roads looking for new places to live. Folks around here are sympathetic, but none too eager to take in a host of strangers.
I am afraid it will get worse. There are dark times ahead, for everyone.
Save me. But you make it sound bad. Personally, I prefer to keep my thoughts as cheerful as I may. Bree has always been a peaceful place, and I hope it will remain so.
Your peace is maintained by the sweat and blood of others. You have no idea what dangers lurk a day's journey from your gates.
Oh, now you're exaggerating. We here in Bree don't bother anyone, and no one bothers us. That's the way it works, don't you see? But let's not be so gloomy. Is there something I can help you with?
Hello there. Ranger, are you? Let me guess. You've sprung some rivet or busted a blade out there roaming about the wild, and you need old Elman to make it right again.
You recognize me as a ranger, do you? Then you must know some of my folk.
Know 'em? No, not really. You're kinda usually tight-lipped, like to keep your secrets and all. But I have dealt with a fellow named Ador now and again. Tradesmen work for tools and iron on occasion. He knows his way around an hammer and anvil, he does.
I have a locket with a broken chain. Do you think you can repair it?
Let's see it. Looks like something might have been made in these parts. Maybe back in me old dad's day. Wouldn't expect one of your kind to have something like this. Where'd you come by?
You are correct. It is Bree work. I'm having it repaired as a favor to a friend.
I see. Well, it couldn't be simpler. I'll just add another link. And it won't cost you but a single silver penny. There you are. Good as new.
I thank you. Farewell, Smith.
Hello, is there something I can do for you?
I have something for you. From Rowley Appledore.
A gift? From Rowley? But I thought that is he... I'm sorry, it's just so unexpected. What is this gift?
This locket. It was his mother's.
Oh, it's beautiful. But I don't understand. Why is he giving me this now?
He also wished me to convey his love for you.
Rowley loves me? Still? We were so close when we were children, but I thought he had forgotten all that.
He seems quite sincere.
But this is wonderful news. Wonderful. Rowley's always had my heart, always. The poor, simple, wonderful fool.
He is awaiting an answer from you.
Oh, please tell him I love him, and that we will find a way to be together always.
A welcome message, I'm sure. Goodbye, Idona.
You're back! Did you speak to Idona? What did she say? I'm dying to know.
It seems you have won her heart, Rowley.
Wonderful, wonderful! I can't thank you enough, my friend. But wait, hang on. Oh, I completely forgot. Edmund must have charged you something for that repair. I owe you for that, and for your trouble. Here, take what I have. I wish it could be more.
Thank you. And good luck to you both.
Well now, if you don't mind my saying so, you don't look much like a Breelander. Is there something I can do for you?
I have a favor to ask of you.
A favor? What sort of favor?
I would like you to bring a store of weapons to sell to the Bree folk.
You're pulling my beard. Weapons for these folk? They wouldn't know which end of the sword to hang on to. I might as well try selling shoes to hobbits.
They may have had no need of weapons in the past, but these are unsettling times. They must be able to defend themselves.
I'll not deny times are growing dark. There's trouble all around. But you'll never get these folks to believe it. Life's been too easy for them for too long.
Not everyone is blind to the growing threat. It was one of the townsmen who sent me to ask this of you. There are others who are worried as well.
It'll take more than a few sensible folk to make it worth my time. These people are simple and peace-loving. It's plowshares they want, not swords.
Don't let their past prevent them from preparing for their future. It would be wrong to leave them defenseless.
You're right, of course. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. At least I'd have no competition. All right, I'll do it.
Excellent. I will let them know of your decision. Safe travels, Groff.
Did you speak with Groff? What did he say? Will he bring us weapons?
I managed to convince him. You will have your arms.
Excellent. My only concern now is the time it will take. What if we need to defend the town before the dwarf-made goods arrive? Maybe you could help me with that as well.
How so?
I can tell by your gear that you are no stranger to a fight. If you should have occasion to, well, let's say, recover any weapons you don't need, bring them to me, and I will pay you for them.
You will pay me? Can I expect a fair price?
I'm not a wealthy man, but I will give you what I can for any good weapons you bring me.
I will bear that in mind. Farewell.
I can't thank you enough for bringing me Rowley's message. This changes everything. Everything.
My pleasure. Good luck to you both. These ruins could hide a large army. We might even now be under the gaze of unfriendly eyes.
Well, we came to provide a distraction for Aragorn, and what better way to do that than walking in the front door? Let's be about it. Beware! Goblins! You face a ranger now!
Planning to leave us, are you?
Thanks, my friend. I'm in your debt. Servants of the enemy, beware!
anyone unhurt?
These ruins are not sound.
We must find a way out of these pits. These goblins are small, but deadly all the same.
Now I'm getting mad! Between the hammer and anvil now! Servants of the enemy, beware! To battle!
Take cover within this sphere of light!
hidden Dunedain cache. What creature could be making those cries?
You'd best flee if you value your life.
No enemy missiles can pierce this shield.
Watch my back.
I thank you, friends. Without your timely arrival, my death would have been slow, but certain.
You can speak.
Why, of course. The great eagles of the north speak as well as any man. I am called Balaram. My home is in the Misty Mountains, and I serve Gwaihir, Lord of Eagles. Who is it I have to thank for my rescue?
I am Eridan, one of the Dunedain of the north. And my companions are Andriel and Farin.
Then I am indebted to you, Eridan of the Dunedain, and to your friends.
What brought you here to Fornost?
I often range far across the lands of the north, gathering news for Gwaihir, my lord. When I saw activity here in long-abandoned Fornost, I grew curious and flew lower to investigate.
What did you see?
Goblins and other foul folk are working within the ruins. They appear to be preparing for war, building siege engines and stockpiling arms.
How did the goblins manage to capture you?
I was careless, and the goblins were well prepared. They used war machines to fire bolts that exploded around me. I was stunned and fell from the sky. When I came to my senses, I was bound and helpless, even as you found me.
Did you see any sign of the one who leads this force?
I saw a tall man, heavily armored. The goblins obeyed his commands. Who he is, I cannot say, but he had an aura of menace, like one tainted by the shadow.
That can only be Agandaur.
You know this man?
He is a servant of the Dark Lord. We must find him and destroy him if we are able.
I will assist you, but it will be perilous. The enemy has positioned war machines upon the inner wall. They limit my ability to fly freely.
If we could gain the top of the wall, we might be able to destroy these machines.
Beyond those doors, you will find a passage and stairs leading up to the wall.
Those machines are certain to be well guarded. We could be walking into a trap.
I will take to the air and draw their fire. If we are fortunate, that will allow you to gain the top of the wall unobserved.
Very well. Let's go. Reach the top of the wall. Now to find and destroy the war machines.
And quickly, Balaram is in danger.
Mind the edge. It's a long way down. magic at his command.
There is one of the machines over there! Push the war machines on the wall!
Servants of the enemy, beware! Look out below! There's one more machine that still needs to go. Machine that still needs to go.
Let us push these war machines from the wall. The war machines have been destroyed.
Our path is now clear.
The wall is clear. Well done. I am free to fly unhindered. But there are others fighting in the city. They may need our help.
Could it be Elrond's sons?
I cannot say, but they move with stealth, and they leave a trail of slain enemies in their wake.
That sounds like Eladan and Elro here on both accounts.
They are likely heading for the Citadel, just as we are.
Then let's push on. Maybe we'll meet up with them.
I will shadow your movements from above. In open ground, I can strike against our foes. Call on me when the need is great.
Back again. What can I do for you?
Welcome. I think more folks are starting to believe the dangers I warned of are real. But it's no wonder, really. What with the Black Riders appearing on our streets and attempted murder right here in the inn. You've been very helpful. I think we have a good store of arms now. I know you haven't helped us for the money, so I want to show you my appreciation. I found this amulet many years ago on the Barrow Downs. I've always suspected it has some special virtue. Maybe it will be of use to you.
Good luck to you.
Thanks to you, I can arm the town should the need arise.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Prancing Pony. What can I do for you?
Is Strider no longer in town?
He left town with a party of Shire hobbits that came in just after you left. Seemed like an odd pairing, if you don't mind my saying so. They were strange folk, these hobbits.
Strange? In what way?
Well, for one, they seemed to be in some sort of trouble. Even before they showed up, we had this black-cloaked rider come round asking after hobbits from the Shire. He put a chill into my veins, that one, he did.
A Black Rider? What became of him?
I can't say for certain, but more of them turned up after the first. They came into the town the same night as the hobbits. It was fortunate your friend Strider kept them hidden that night. Not long after, 5 of them broke down the gates and rode through the town, howling like a storm. Last anyone saw, they were traveling east.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
I never thought to receive such a warm welcome in Bree.
Oh, I'll not deny there's folk in town who would prefer that rangers stayed away. But for my part, I'm happy to see them. There's no one like a ranger for bringing you news of the world. Not to mention items of interest.
Have you heard any news lately?
Plenty, but none of it good. Seems there's trouble away south. People are on the roads looking for new places to live. Folks around here are sympathetic, but none too eager to take in a host of strangers. Welcome. What can I do for you?
Belleron to our aid. Ayarendil!
Recognize these signs. A ranger has left a hidden cache here. Over there, a mounted crossbow.
Belleron could assist us here.
On your guard! There are yet more of them!
Someone's coming.
Besting a troll in combat. That is no small feat, friends. It would appear that we are on the same side. Perhaps we could be of assistance to each other. Allow us to offer a hand. Andriel, is that you?
Well met, my friends. We were told we might find you here. I am truly glad to see you. Allow me to introduce my companions, Eridan of the Dunedain and Farin of Erebor. I present to you Eladan and Elrohir, the sons of Elrond Half-Elven.
It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such skilled and courageous warriors. Was it the three of you then who freed the Great Eagle?
Yes. Belaram is his name.
That was well done. But what brings you to Fornost?
I am here by Aragorn's command. Farin and Andriel have volunteered to aid me.
But why would Aragorn send you to Fornost? Has he learned of the goblin force gathered here?
This is far more than a simple gathering of goblins. We were with the Rangers at Sarn Ford when we were attacked by Black Riders out of Mordor.
That is grim news. But it does not explain why Aragorn would send you here.
The Black Riders are in league with a man called Agendaur. It is he who commands this force.
I begin to understand. Aragorn wishes you to distract Agendaur.
Yes, that is our mission.
But now that we have joined forces, we can do more than distract him. Let us cut the head from this serpent of Sauron.
Agreed. But first, we must find him.
He is certain to be in the citadel at the heart of the city. We must attempt to make our way there. No easy task amid these crumbling ruins, and a host of orcs and goblins will seek to bar our way. If we are separated, press on toward the citadel. There we will regroup for our final attack.
Very well. Let us begin.
Follow us! Stay close to us! They have a mounted crossbow! Take cover! We will take care of the machine!
Look sharp! Goblins attack!
end of this passage.
Oh, you're caught between the hammer and anvil now!
You cannot endure this life!
That door is open now. He's the ranger now! Wait, I see something over there.
What manner of creatures are these?
Can they actually be so enamored of the darkness that they would willingly destroy themselves to strike at their enemies?
This is troubling! More fire bearers around the corner!
Come now, dwarf. There are still foes to defeat.
Much appreciated, friend.
Over there, a mounted crossbow.
They use dark magic to shield themselves. We must close with them.
There's a lever here.
This gate jammed. It'll take a while to get it open.
On your guard! There are yet more of them!
Long odds.
Someone bend that mounted crossbow! Let us stand and fight together! Open.
Close behind us! We're trapped!
There's a lever up there, but I don't see a way to reach it.
They found us again! Here they come!
We strike as one!
These creatures are more formidable than those we faced before. Agandar's minions!
Creature brings fire!
On your guard! There are yet more of them!
against us!
One moment. We will open the gate for you. Press on! Farther along the way.
There must be a lever that opens this gate.
There's a lever here. The way forward is clear.
Back again? What can I do for you?
I found these materials amid old kingdom ruins. I believe they might be used to make a fine weapon.
Let me see him. Oh, this is nice work. Very nice. And it does seem like you have everything you need, but I'm just not the man for this sort of thing. Maybe an elf or dwarf smith would serve you better.
On the high ground!
Locked us between two gates!
We can turn their own weapon against them.
They're coming right for us! Cut them down! We strike as one! strike as one! Citadel. We strike as one. just up ahead.
We're not there yet. Stay close.
Over there, a mounted crossbow.
Eridan is down! Help him!
Let us stand and fight together!
Many thanks. Let's get back to it.
There are more by the wall!
Ah, they won't have the advantage for long.
Bring down the fire bearers first!
We strike as one!
Agandar's minions!
Enemy archers on the high ground! Let us stand and fight together! They're coming right at us! Hold them! Hold them to the tide! We strike as one! Watch it! They're coming through the ceiling! The creature brings fire! Now we can get through the gate! Servants of the
thin. Let us continue on.
Agandawa must be within. Then that is where we must go. The way is barred by a powerful magic ward.
Can you break the spell?
Perhaps, but it will take time and concentration.
You'd best get started. We will guard you while you work.
We must protect the sons of Elrond from this attack.
Let us stand and fight together!
There. The ward has been removed.
Come quickly! The doors are open!
Here we must separate for a time, my friends, for I cannot follow you within those narrow halls.
Will you depart for your home, Belaram?
No, lady. It would be faithless of me to say farewell while friends' lives yet hang in the balance. I will await your return. It may be that I can prevent reinforcements from following you into the tower.
We'd best hurry. The elves are getting ahead of us.
May fortune favor you all.
The Citadel. I'd say we've been a pretty good distraction.
Tread carefully. We have no idea what to expect.
Back again? What can I do for you?
We've reached the Citadel.
I'd say we've been a pretty good distraction.
Tread carefully. We have no idea what to expect.
Stay with us! Over here!
Dartha, what is happening out there?
Invaders.
How many?
Not many, but they freed the eagle.
Fools! Now our presence here will be revealed. Is this the best your rabble can do?
They must be great warriors. Bloody-handed elves, or some of those filthy tarts.
I don't care. Find them and kill them. Call out your guards. Don't let them escape.
Call my guard and be quick about it! Kill the intruders!
Hold on, we'll help you! No, we must not allow Agendour time to escape. Go on. We will deal with his guards. The big one is Thazor, a chieftain of the Orcs of Mount Grand.
Chieftain, huh? Good. I'm tired of dealing with lackeys. Let's make sure the rest of this rabble goes too. That finishes the lot of them.
Quickly, you must follow after Eladan and Elro here. We may need our aid.
You should have fled Middle-earth with the rest of your cowardly kin, while you still had the chance.
We flee from nothing, least of all you, lackey of Sauron.
Fools! I am the right hand of Sauron. I will see your precious Rivendell burning, and your mongrel father hauled before me in chains.
You will do nothing. Your plots end here.
My work is only just beginning. Do you think you two alone can hope to stop me?
They are not alone.
Don't look for your guards. They won't be coming.
Fornost means nothing. You haven't won anything here.
He's escaping!
We cannot hope to follow him now.
But I can! Sorcery of Sauron! This is no natural storm!
I can no longer see him.
It is no use. He has escaped us for now.
Yes, but you cannot be blamed. It was bold of you to go after him alone. Indeed, though perhaps it was not the wisest course.
He summoned a storm. How can a man wield such power?
Sauron is a master of dark sorcery. He has taught these arts to mortals before. It may be that Agandaur learned at the hand of the Dark Lord himself.
It's worse than just Agandaur. There were orcs down below that cast spells against us. I faced more than my share of orcs, but this is the first time one's ever used sorcery against me.
This could mean Agandaur has passed his knowledge on to others, even to the orcs. That would be a great evil, even for one such as he.
What was that beast he rode upon?
I cannot say. I have never seen nor heard of its like before today.
Nor have I. Perhaps the Dark Lord has bred these creatures as a challenge to my folk. I can only wonder how many of these beasts he has placed at Agandaur's command.
We have to find him. Do you have any idea where he may be heading?
It is difficult to say. It might be anywhere. The Etten Moors, Wilderland, the far north. He may even return to Mordor.
That seems unlikely. He made threats against the north.
Yes, you are correct. And I fear he has the means to carry out those threats.
So, what is our next move?
For my part, I would gladly join in the hunt for Agandaur. Yet, I have my duty to consider. I must return home to inform Lord Gwaihir of all I have learned here.
Your duty to your people must always come first. I'm glad we met, Belleron, and I hope we will meet again one day.
As do I, Eradan of the Dunedain. You and your comrades saved my life. That is something I will not forget. If I can ever be of service to you, I will.
Farewell wherever you fare, Belleron. Till your Eyrie receives you at your journey's end.
My thanks! Commend me to Elrond, your father, and farewell.
As for us, I believe we also have a duty to inform our allies of all we have learned.
Then we three should return to the ranger camp at San Ford. Halbarad will be anxious for any news we can bring.
Aye, the Shire could still be in danger. We might be needed there.
Should you find Halbarad has no pressing need of your services, I would urge you to make your way to Imladris. We may have need of your strength and resourcefulness before long.
We will keep that in mind. Farewell for now.
I have received word through the sons of Elrond and the wandering companies telling of your valor at Fornost. You are to be commended for your skill and daring.
There are so few rangers left here now, it might be dangerous to remain. What if the Black Rider should return? Perhaps it would be best to retreat.
That would be the wise course if I thought they would return. But I am certain they did not come this far merely to slaughter a small band of Dunedain. No, I will remain here with the few we have left. We cannot hope to fight the enemy, but we still have eyes and ears to gather news of their movements.
Have you heard anything of Aragorn? He was desperately searching for a certain hobbit when we parted at Bree.
All I know is that Aragorn is rumored to have left Bree in the company of 4 hobbits of the Shire. I can only assume one of them is the hobbit he was seeking, and that they are now bound for Rivendell. There is worse news, however. On the night before they departed, the Prancing Pony Inn came under attack by unknown assailants.
I don't like the sound of that. Maybe he's in need of our help.
That was my thought as well. But if he is being pursued, Aragorn will take pains to cover his trail. Even a tracker as skilled as you would be unlikely to find him.
Well, then what should we do?
I advise you to make your way to Rivendell. Aragorn will be eager to hear news of Agandaur, and he may have other tasks for you to perform. For now, the enemy seems to have turned away from the Shire.
These Black Riders, the Nazgûl, they have come a long way from Mordor. It seems strange they would travel all that way just to invade the Shire. Have you any idea why they would do such a thing?
I do know why they're here, but it is not for me to pass that knowledge on to others. Perhaps Aragorn or Elrond will tell you more when you reach Rivendell.
Travel to Rivendell? Very well, but it is a long journey. We'd best get started.
Perhaps there is something you can do for me on your way.
Gladly. You have but to name it.
I sent 2 of my rangers, Kalarin and Luin, on patrol along the Brandywine River. They should have returned long before now. I am growing concerned for them.
They are both seasoned rangers who have served many years in this region. We can be certain they have not simply lost their way.
From which direction would they be returning?
They were to follow the Brandywine north as far as the Great East Road, and from there to make their way back by passing through the Barrow Downs.
The Downs are just north of our position here.
Then we'll make our way north by way of the Barrow Downs.
Perhaps we will discover some trace of them as we travel.
You have my thanks. I know your skill as a tracker, Aradan. If Luin and Kalarin made it as far as the Downs, you should be able to pick up their trail. Farewell, and safe travels to you all.
Aradan, my friend. It's good to see you alive and well. I'll admit I wasn't certain we'd meet again, but then everything seemed grim after the Black Riders broke through our guard. It was days before I could shake off the feelings of despair.
I'm glad to find you all still safe. How have things been here?
Well enough. Quiet. We've seen no sign of the enemy since the attack. It's as if they have lost interest in us. Or perhaps we're beneath their notice now. But from the look of your gear, you've seen a thing or two since last we met. Are you in need of repairs?
I found these materials amid old kingdom ruins. I believe they might be used to make a fine weapon.
These are relics of our ancestors. Made in a time before the lore of Numenor dimmed. If I had the use of a good smithy, maybe I could make something of worth from these. But not here in the field. If you're bound for Rivendell, you'll find skilled smiths among Elrond's folk. Try taking these to one of them.
You're soon to be off again, are you? Well, I have a few things among our supplies that may help you on your way. Perhaps a few extra arrows for your quiver, and a few of Solana's healing drafts may come in very handy as well. Take a look.
First, give me your thoughts about what happened here. The attack of the Black Riders.
Ah, well, I've seen many things in my day. Evil in many forms. But I've never seen anything like we faced that day. So many lost. It's hard for an old man to see so many younger men slain. I wish I could... Well, there's nothing to be gained from wishing.
But there is something to be gained from action. We must have our revenge.
Revenge? That's all well and good. But those men will still be dead, won't they? Better that we do whatever we can to save others from their fate.
I will do what I can to protect the living, but I will also avenge the fallen. This I swear.
You have a fierce spirit. I hope it sustains you in the days ahead. But now you have a long and dangerous journey before you. You must be prepared. Take a look at the stores I have on hand. Are you in need of supplies?
Are you hurt? You look well enough to me. If it's healing drafts you need, you can get them from Maradan. I have a dying man on my hands.
Young Elrond is dying? But why? What's wrong with him?
Wrong? I don't really know. His wound is minor, yet his life is slipping away. I fear he is suffering from the Black Breath.
The Black Breath? What is that?
It is some power wielded by the Black Riders, the 9 Nazgul. Their victims are stricken senseless, and without aid, they soon die. I've already lost 3 men to this curse. Elrond is the only victim who yet lives.
But there is still hope. What can we do?
I hardly know. Drawing an arrow, stitching a wound. These things I have done countless times. The Black Breath is something I know only from the old rhymes my teacher taught me.
Tell me this rhyme. Maybe there's some clue there.
It was years ago. Let me think. I believe it ran something like this. When the Black Breath blows, and death's shadow grows, and all lights pass, come Athelas, life to the dying. That's all I can recall.
What is this Athelas the rhyme speaks of?
An herb, commonly known as kingsfoil. It has little medicinal use, though some find it comforting for headaches and other small complaints.
Then there is no harm in trying it with Elrond. Do you have any of this Athelas?
No, I have none. You'll have to forgive me for neglecting to lay up a supply, but you see, no one bothered to tell me that the 9 ring wraiths would rise up from ancient legends to trouble us here. If I had Athelas, don't you think I would have used it by now?
It must grow wild somewhere. I am willing to search for it.
Perhaps you could find some at that. The plant is not native to Middle-earth. It was brought to these shores from lost Numenor, and planted in the lands where our ancestors used to dwell, including the Borrowdowns to the north.
How will I know Athelas should I come across it?
The plant has many long, smooth leaves, but you might best find it by its scent, a sweet, pungent fragrance. The Borrowdowns hold precious few such plants.
My road leads to the Borrowdowns. Should I find Athelas growing there, I will return with a supply.
Lúin and Kalarin are much on my mind. I would be glad if you would search for signs of them as you make your way north.
What do you know of the Borrowdowns?
A stretch of hills covered with standing stones and ancient tombs. Many of the ancestors of the Dunedain are buried there. The place has an evil name, but I have traveled there in the past without incident. Things may be different now. Be on your guard.
We're on our way. Farewell, Halbarat.